Why do batteries become more and more exhausted with use? We will enlarge a lithium-ion battery 100,000 times, pass through the active and inactive material layers, and enter polycrystalline particles the size of red blood cells to study its working principle from the atomic level. This is the basic element in a lithium-ion battery. When the battery is charged, lithium atoms break down into electrons and lithium ions. They move from the cathode to the anode. The lithium ions first pass through the electrolyte solution. There is an isolation membrane in the solution that prevents the cathode from connecting with the anode. Contact causes an electrical short circuit. As lithium ions enter the solution, they are attracted by its positive charge and form a shell. This shell allows the lithium ions to float freely in the solution. When the lithium ions pass through the electrolyte solution and reach the anode, the solvent molecules will interact with the graphite particles. The outer shell reacts to form a protective film. This film extends the life of the battery but also consumes 5–10% of the battery's lithium, which is equivalent to a 5–10% reduction in capacity. Now, the lithium ions will pass directly through this layer to the anode, and they will be stored in graphite particles. Since the electrolyte solution and the isolation film are both insulators for electrons, the electrons can only reach the anode through the external circuit, combine with lithium ions, and then store them in the form of one lithium atom for every 6 carbon atoms until the battery is discharged. The nickel crystal structure inside the cathode is electronegative and attracts electrons to separate from the lithium atoms. The electrons will enter the cathode through the graphite along the external circuit. The lithium atoms that have lost electrons will become lithium ions and then pass through the electrolyte solution and return to the cathode from the anode as they are discharged. The circulating electrons and ions of discharge move back and forth between the cathode and anode. Some lithium ions are embedded in the graphite particles and cannot be deintercalated, resulting in fewer lithium ions that can move freely, which reduces the battery's discharge capacity. This is why the battery becomes more and more exhausted as it is used. Like, comment, share, and follow.